Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Keaton and we're going to be playing a 1510 game here on chess.com. So let's go ahead and find an opponent. Playing a little rapid chess today here on a beautiful Sunday. We got about 7-8 inches of snow here in Colorado, and then in Colorado fashion, of course, it's been beautiful the last couple of days. Okay, very cool. So we're playing a player out of England that is going to play a Sicilian, which I have not played on YouTube yet, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Usually I like playing this open Sicilian, so I'll play that e4 move here for move 2, take with the knight. Look to bring this knight out next to follow. He's putting some pressure on this knight right here, but I'm protecting it with my queen, so I'm not feeling like I have to, I don't feel as though I have to do a whole lot to protect it. Moving that a pawn pretty early in this one, I guess trying to prevent this light score bishop from coming out. And one of the parts that makes this difficult for black is they lag behind in development, although there are ways that they can try and catch up with that. Oh boy, my internet connection has been terrible recently, and so I'm going to actually have to reload this. Don't you love this part of chess videos when the person's internet connection isn't good? Let's hope that I wanted to play a Sicilian here. Okay, so I'm looking at bringing out this dark score bishop as well, maybe adding a defender here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring this out to this E square, to this E3 square, double protecting on this knight. And let's just hope that my internet connection holds, right? Because I do like playing this Sicilian. I like playing it for myself as black as well. So I'm a fan. I think this is a good idea. Okay, so they're going to go ahead and move to the E5 square. And I'm deciding between just taking right here, which I don't think is a bad idea, and moving maybe back here. But there isn't much to protect in this situation. I do think that it strengthens his pawn center because he can take with that. So that's one thing I'm not so keen on. There's not really, I can't lay a check down because he's covered here. Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and take. I'm not sure exactly what the main line is on this Sicilian, but I don't feel like that's a bad move. I think that that's probably an okay move in this situation. I'm looking at a couple things here. For my light score bishop, which would be my final minor piece that I need to bring out. I'm thinking that maybe I bring it to the C4 square. I'm looking at if he moves here, I take, he takes, I take. And yeah, I think that works out for me. So let's go ahead and do that. Gives me a lot of control. Got the queen to back it up. So the math works out on it, which is good. You could see them bring their light score bishop here, possibly, maybe here, but then it's undefended. I would say that the b7 square is not as good of a square. Okay, so now they've brought out this kingside knight, and I think I'm going to go ahead and try and pin that to the queen here with my dark score bishop. I think it's possible that they move that h pawn, but I'm kind of okay with that because I'll just move back a square. So let's go ahead and do that. But yeah, it's beautiful Sunday here in Colorado. Okay, so they block with that dark score bishop, allowing them to castle. And they do only have, I do only have one protector of this square. Slightly concerns me. Because let's say they take here. If I take here, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that what they could possibly do is move this up first and then take, 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 take. I'm still in a winning position, but I think that they're looking to bring this light score bishop up. So let's go ahead and castle. I know it's a responsible move in this situation. I want to get my king to safety. I'm very close to connecting my rooks here. Looking to lift this queen at some point. And so, Scion P, the UK, so we're playing today. So they bring that light score bishop there. Interesting. Yeah, I find that to be honestly very interesting. I think what I will do at this point, I'm looking for two things. I'm either looking to lift this queen or just straight up take at this point with my dark score bishop because it doesn't enable him to move up here as well. I think that kind of gives me the odds. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't generally like trading a bishop for a knight. And now they've got their two bishops, which some would say is a better position. And I've got a knight and a bishop and a knight there, sorry. But one thing I do like is I think my position is better. This is not a good position. I don't feel like he's not able to get out of here with anything. So let's go ahead and see. I'm thinking maybe of bringing out the queen here, threatening mate with this light score bishop here. One thing that does do, and I don't love this, is it takes away a defender here. So let's say I do that, and instead of castling, they just move up here. I take, they take back, I take, They take, I take, they take. Yeah, I think they get the best of that exchange because this is not able to do anything. So I think that might not work. Let's go ahead and just lift this. I always struggle on where I should lift it to. I'm going to lift it to a light score because I do know that this bishop is not able to get out and attack me. Okay, so now they go ahead and castle. I'm really looking for them to open up the center here at some point. And so with that being said, I'm going to move this rook from 81. A lot of time left for them. I still think I have plenty of time. Little coffee, little bacon here. Bad decision to eat that during a video. Also, a little ASMR for you. 2 for 1. Okay. So they moved to E7. I'm not really seeing the point of that, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Doesn't mean that it's not a good move. I just don't see the point of it. I'm starting to run out of things I can do here, I feel like. I do want to get this H-pawn moved. So maybe we go ahead and do that. Gives my king an escape route. And I know how people feel about the sound of food on camera, so I apologize if you really hate that. Yeah, I mean, until we open up this position, I'm slightly confused on where to go. There's not a whole lot of places for my knight to go to. I am thinking maybe I move here and like try and attack this king side because there's kind of nothing going on that side. So maybe we try and move over here. Okay. So he lifts his queen now. Protects this piece, protects this piece. They are slightly overloaded in that way. So let's say we go here. He moves here. I take here. He takes back. I can just move this knight back. I'm not overly concerned about that. I think that trying to do something on this king side might end up benefiting me because I just don't see anywhere to go over here. So we're playing a whole 122 points above us, 1058. I appreciate all the kind words, the people that have, okay. So now they're moving to what looks like an attack on the king's side as well. Interesting, because I feel like one thing they might do here is try and attack here. I mean, I've got 2 defenders of that square, so if it's not, to me, a good move. one thing I could do is move this king out here, I guess, and add another defender. So one thing to keep in mind, I guess, and the queen's first, so I don't see it as a real threat. Yeah, I don't see that as a real threat. If I do move this knight over this way, what? Yeah, it would block the queen from taking, but I can still take with my pawn. Boy, I don't see that as a option, a real option. So let's go ahead and move this knight out here. Now I'm looking at possibly attacking here and using my pawns on this side. I think I've got a little bit better of a structure and pushing with this A pawn and then maybe moving the B pawn in there as well. So yeah, A pawn, then get the B pawn and move that up here. Attacking the queen side. Okay. So they move their rook over. Does give one less defender here. And maybe I go ahead and take that because, yeah, I'm seeing this as a possibility. Now, if I do that, I'm going to leave this unprotected. But if you take here, the queen's backing this up, so they can take here, but I can just take right back. So maybe we move this B pawn up one. I think that's a possibility. Let's just go ahead and do that and see what they decide out of that. Maybe they won't see this under covered piece. Undercover pawn coming to theaters near you. Feel like this has become a pretty sharp game. A little complex. I like it. It's fun. It's been a good game so far. Maybe at some point get this rook over to defend this piece too. Okay, so they see my threat there. And they smartly attack because of it, or they move forward because of it. I guess it's not really an attack. Looking at moving this A pawn up, although that seems unnecessary. Maybe move in here, pushing this. Yeah, pushing that dark score bishop out, and then maybe hopping and taking this D6 pawn. I've got the center on that. Yeah, I like the looks of that. Also defended here by the pawn as well as the queen. And they would have to take with their queen first, so I don't really look at that as an option. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Big thanks to Scion P for playing this. let them know in the chat that I'm recording. We can put it on the YouTubes later. So attacking that bishop, also attacking this pawn. Bishop's defended. Not as though the bishop can't, you know, stay there. Maybe they move here. But when they moved this bishop away, feels like they took away a little bit of their stranglehold on that center there. I mean, I've kind of had the stranglehold on it, but it feels as though it's loosening up in my favor. One thing I'm slightly worried about, can't move this piece. Now, I guess I could, if I go here, take that way, then I could just move here. But then I also have to be careful of this with this. Yeah, that's okay. Sharp position. Way ahead on time is Scion P, so I might be in a bit of a scramble here to try and finish this one. And they're taking a nice long think here. I like that they've managed their time well so that at the end they have some time to do that. I think that's really important. And I don't take this as a super serious attack just because the queen comes first, so you have to be willing to give up your queen. And I don't know that that's the case. Okay, so they've gone ahead and done what I said, where they go here. Let's go ahead and take. Oh, that does undefend that piece. I'm just seeing that now. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So they do, if I go here, they have to take here. Okay, so I do like that. So, because it puts the king in check, so they have to take there. I think then I'll come up and take here with the queen, or do I take with the bishop? That's a interesting question. I think that I want to get this bishop away from this pawn. It's plenty protected here with my rook and my queen. Okay, so we've taken and we're up a pawn. There we go. A little bit of an overload for that queen, it feels like. All right, and so I think now they've done a good job of lining this rook up with my queen. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line my rook up with their queen. Okay. So they move there. Maybe I move here to get out of the way of the rook. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm assuming they think then they take here, I take back, but now I can take with my rook, so I feel pretty good about that. I also feel good in that I can force them to trade queens with me here and even move this rook back over because I've got a nice little, what do they call it when you line up a rook and a queen? I call it good, but I know there's a technical term for it as well. If they end up not moving this, not attacking with it, I feel like I can just take. It's a pretty good move. I can't take back with my queen because it's protected by that queen. But up a pawn, down on time. They do have a center pawn, but I've cleared them out on their queen side. Interesting. I guess the thought process is to protect while still attacking, but they can't really do much on that attack. Can they? Yeah, what are they threatening here? Doesn't feel like they're threatening anything. I'm looking at maybe attacking that queen. But I'm also just tempted to just take right here. And then actually, oh yeah, take here, take with the bishop. They take with their rook. I can now take with this, with my queen, because their queen is no longer protecting right there. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. I think that's a fairly good plan. I'm just not seeing their threat here, and it could be that I'm just missing their threat. If you've watched my videos, that's a theme, so it's not like I can miss that. I can't miss those. Okay, so they attack with their F pawn here. I'm tempted to just take here. I'm also tempted to bring this back, put them in check. Yeah, I think that's probably the right idea. And then take on my next move here with my queen. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. They really have to move either here or here. Okay. We go and take that pawn. And so now they're going there to try and, yeah, I don't foresee that being a good move for them. Let's just go here with the idea of moving in here. They take, we move in with our rook. Yeah, that seems to be a fairly good plan. I think undefended pieces ended up playing a pretty big role in this game. Could also move here to end up attacking that rook. And I'm up pretty nicely in material. And look, this is why I like to take my time, guys. I don't see the point in leaving 8 minutes and 30 seconds being down 5 in material, right? Okay, so they go there. I still think that here, take, bring in this rook. Maybe go back here to attack this rook, but I do. Let's go ahead and do it. Stop being. And of course that didn't work out. Maybe have them move here and then take with my rook. Yeah. Okay, so I do like that. That's going to allow me to take with my rook on their queen. Maybe we go ahead and put some pressure on their rook right there. We have the pawns to possibly promote. Okay. Lining up the rook and the king. And yeah, they can take here, but I can take with my rook or my king. Yeah, maybe I'd take with my rook here. Maybe I take with my king, move the king up, and then try and advance this pawn to put more pressure on that rook. Turns out that my sacrificing my queen did not work very well. Now I have two defenders here. They can move here. And I don't think that they can stop me from getting my pawn all the way to the back rank. Well, maybe they can. I go here. Yeah, let's just keep going. Let's see what happens. They can't go here. They have to go here or there. Okay. Whew. Bit of a time scramble here. I still like where I'm at versus where they're at. Yep. So I've got a couple of pawns. I think that I've got too many pawns for them to defend. And with the 10-second increment, guys, this is why I really like that 10-second increment, is things like this. Because at the end of the game, I'm already back up to 2 minutes on my clock here. That feels pretty beneficial to me. Gonna try and avoid the draw. Ooh, that was not smart. Now they can't get out of here. Oh, and that's exactly what I do is I get the stalemate. Oh. Oh, how did I not see that? Lord have mercy. No. Oh, man. Ugh. That's a heartbreaking loss. I don't even consider that's a loss to me. Go ahead and write that they can find this on YouTube. If I could type. Then we'll go ahead and take a look at this. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and analyze this game real quick. I did feel like I had the advantage for most of it, and even at the end there, obviously that sacrificial queen didn't end up working out for me, but I did have more pawns in the end, so it did work out pretty well. Sorry about moving that. I guess you probably won't be able to see it if I go over there. And so the Sicilian and the open Sicilian all booked to start. Yeah, I was going to say pretty rare to move that A pawn so early. Either way, they said that was good. Actually, they do say moving back to MB3 is the way to go. So I attacked the center very well. I think they did say lift that queen earlier. And taking there, they say is good, but again, moving that queen up is best. And then they say moving the B pawn. Yeah. Putting more pressure on this, they say, is a good move here. I'm not really worried about these small inaccuracies. I'm more worried about the blunders. They say this is a mistake. G6 is best. They do like NF5. They say that's a blunder. Now, why do they say that's a blunder? Well, I guess you take here and it undefends that piece. Okay. And then the blunder back. Oh, yeah. Oh, because if they take here with that queen, they've got the bishop behind it. Okay. Yeah, that ends up being bad. And then they say that's a blunder as well. They want you to attack with this A pawn, gives two attackers to my two defenders. Actually, I have 4 defenders, so no, I don't necessarily see that, but okay. Oh, this okay. So this was actually something in the puzzle that I missed as well. On Friday, I did a few puzzles on chess.com. So this is like a little moving the queen away, overloading. So you take here, they take here. Because these aren't connected, then you can take with your queen back here and you can move that rook in. And oh man, that's getting close to a mate. So big missed opportunity right there for me. Instead, I centralize my rook, and they say that's not what you should do in that situation. Okay, that's disappointing. I wish I would have seen that. So yeah, again, you just move that queen away from being able to defend this piece, and they have to take. Now, I guess couldn't they take with the king? See, they could take with the king, but then you can still take here. They take with their queen, you take with your rook. And because these rooks aren't protected, you end up in material. So disappointing that I did not see that. Another blunder. They say that you should just take in that situation. I agree. They say that you can take with they say taking with the rook there is better. I think that they might be right. Okay, another blunder. They say that's a missed. Oh, of course it's a missed win. All I have to do there is, because their rooks aren't connected, is move up and you trap them in the back rank. Ah, a lot of missed opportunities here, guys. I hope you guys are learning from this. Um, ay, ay, ay. That's really bad. They actually say they have a missed win as well. Couple missed wins here. If I go. Okay, so I just want to see this. Rookie 1. King F6. It's being slow. And then king back to F, or up to F5. Rook takes G6. Okay. All right, I see that as well. But you can see, I mean, we can skip ahead here. There's not really much else to look at. It was just kind of blunder city in the end there, and I wish I would have saw. What really upsets me is that I didn't see the back rank mate that I had right here. That's very disappointing that I didn't just go here, have them take, and then take here. That would have won the game. It's too bad, because I think overarchingly I played pretty well against the Sicilian, which can be difficult to defend against. So once again, guys, I hope you guys learned something, and again learned what not to do. Ended up in a stalemate when it absolutely did not need to be a stalemate. So that's tough stalemate today. Hope you guys come back. Tomorrow we'll be playing some blitz chess, followed on Tuesday with more standard games. If you would like to play me on chess.com, we can even do it for one of these videos. All you have to do is find me on chess.com at FiendKetto91. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you guys later.